How on earth do you prepare for that?
You kind of know that this might happen. You don't really think about it very much because the monarchy is about continuity.
Princess Anne has always been known for her non-nonsense attitude, but what she just revealed has sent shock waves through the royal family in a stunning turn of events and has broken her silence, directly impacting Prince William and Catherine's roles. Her unexpected move has left King Charles scrambling, and the monarchy may never be the same. Is this the end of the royal family as we know it? Let's find out. The royal rebel and tireless worker. Who is Princess Anne? Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, has always been known for standing out within the British royal family, but now it seems to be finally over because she just broke the silence and shocked the future King and Queen of England. But before we get to that, let's first talk about who Anne is and why her words hold immense weight. Born in 1950 and quickly developed a reputation as someone who isn't going to follow the typical royal playbook, she has consistently forged her own path, often being called a royal rebel because of her non-nonsense approach to life. Her work and her royal duties, she's seen as tough, hardworking, and fiercely independent, setting her apart from many other members of the family, particularly her younger counterparts throughout her life, and has never been one to seek the limelight in the way some royals do. Unlike her brothers or even her nephews William and Harry, she's managed to keep a relatively low profile even as she carries out an incredible amount of work behind the scenes. This dedication has earned her respect both within and outside the royal circle. While she may not be front and center in the headlines, her influence within the family and on the institution of the monarchy is undeniable. One of the key aspects that defines Princess Anne's role is her reputation as one of the hardest working royals. While many younger members of the family receive attention for their glamorous lives and is known for rolling up her sleeves and getting down to business, she has been deeply committed to her royal duties, supporting more than 300 charities and organizations throughout her career, whether it's traveling to different parts of the country or attending events across the world. Anne's work ethic is unmatched. She's regularly cited as the royal who undertakes the most public engagements year after year. What makes this even more impressive is that Anne doesn't just show up for these events, she is fully engaged in the causes she supports. Her non-nonsense attitude means that when she backs a charity or organization she's involved at a meaningful level, from being a longtime patron of Save the Children to supporting equestrian charities, which is by the way one of her personal passions, and is fully committed to making a difference in a family often criticized for being out of touch. Princess and stands as a clear example of a royal who genuinely puts in the work. She's not interested in being a figurehead or just showing up for photo ops. Instead, she has spent decades building relationships with charity and truly understanding the causes she supports. Many royal observers have commented that Anne's work ethic sets her apart from her siblings and younger generations of the royal family who might not always be seen putting in the effort. Princess Anne's straightforward and sometimes blunt personality is another reason she has earned the nickname of the royal rebel. She doesn't sugarcoat things, and this attitude has earned her a lot of respect, particularly within royal circles, and doesn't concern herself with the media or public perception, which often sets her apart from others in her family who are more media conscious. She prefers to focus on her work and leave the drama to others, unlike other royals, and has never sought out media attention. In fact, she's often made it clear that she doesn't have time for the press, preferring to let her actions speak for themselves. This approach might seem old-fashioned in today's media-driven world, but it's worked for her over the years. She's managed to maintain a relatively scandal-free image despite being in the public eye her entire life, and has shown time and again that's not interested in royal pageantry or celebrity culture. Her primary concern has always been duty, and that's what she continues to focus on even when she was younger and was known for her independent streak. She was the first royal to compete in the Olympics representing Great Britain as an equestrian in 1976. This was a big deal at the time and helped solidify her image as a royal who wasn't afraid to break the mold. Her equestrian success combined with her dedication to public service cemented her status as a hard-working and capable royal, not one to sit around waiting for attention or recognition. In recent years, Princess Anne's role within the royal family has become even more significant as the family faces new challenges such as public scrutiny, the departure of Prince Harry and Meghan, and ongoing questions about the monarch's relevance and steady presence has been a stabilizing force. However, her bold stance on some key issues has started to make waves. Her willingness to speak her mind and offer opinions that don't always align with the family's traditional views has caused some discomfort among certain members, including King Charles. Despite being the monarch, he now finds himself having to steer through not just public opinion but also the differing views within his own family. Anne's outspoken nature combined with her strong work ethic and undeniable public respect has put her in a position where her voice carries more weight than ever before in the past and has been somewhat overshadowed by her siblings, but today she's seen as a central figure in the monarchy's future direction. Her support for modernization and financial reforms in particular contrasts with some of Charles's more traditional views. This tension has only added to the pressure on King Charles, who is trying to navigate his own reign while balancing the views of strong-willed family Members like and as its influence grows there's a real sense of a shift happening within the family, and some even say the king is starting to panic as and becomes more vocal about how the monarchy should evolve. It's clear that her opinions are being heard and taken seriously by other senior royals. Princess and may not always be in the spotlight, but her role within the royal family is crucial. As one of the most dedicated and hard-working royals, she has earned the respect of the public and her peers. Her non-nonsense approach to her duties combined with her willingness to speak her mind has made her an influential figure within the family. So if Anne decided to break her silence, we might as well listen to what she has to say. Although in order to truly understand why her words are making Charles panic, we should explore their relationship a bit. Relationship with King Charles. More relationship with King Charles. Sibling relationships are always unique, and the one between Princess and Anne King Charles is no exception. As the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and the younger sister to the current king, and has often been perceived as standing in Charles's shadow. However, the reality of their relationship is far more complicated, shaped by their early years, different personalities, and differing visions for the future of the monarchy. Over the decades, the bond between Anne and Charles has seen periods of rival cooperation and tension, particularly now that King Charles holds the throne as public and family precious. Mount Princess Anne's influence appears to be growing, and this shift in power dynamics has led to whispers of discomfort at the top. The two siblings were raised in the same royal household, but their personalities and approaches to life could not be more different. These differences were obvious even from a young age. Charles, as the heir to the throne, was always under intense scrutiny. He was groomed for kingship, praised to be thoughtful and contemplative, often described as sensitive and introverted. His reserved nature often left him vulnerable to criticism, especially when compared to his more outgoing practical sister, and on the other hand was born with a different outlook. She was independent, tough and direct. She thrived live in situations where she could take action and didn't thrive to rely on the opinions of others. Unlike Charles, she didn't have to bear the weight of future kingship, which allowed her a greater sense of freedom. This freedom, however, also meant that and didn't always feel bound by the same expectations that restricted Charles. The early years of their relationship were marked by sibling rivalry, something common in many families. Anne's more confident of robust personality often contrasted with Charles's introspective and cautious nature, leading to friction between the two. Although they were close in age, their outlooks on life made them quite different, and this difference only became more pronounced as they entered adulthood and took on royal duties. As they matured, both Charles and Anne found themselves with important royal responsibilities, but the way they approached these roles was, as I said, fundamentally different. King Charles has always been focused on large-scale legacy projects. His long-standing passion for environmental issues, organic farming and architecture has shaped much of his public persona. Charles has always thought about the long-term impact of his work, hoping to leave behind a world that aligns with his ideals, particularly in regard to environmental conservation and climate change. And meanwhile, has been much more practical in her approach to royal duties, where Charles would focus on broader, often abstract issues, and Chocito dedicate herself to hands-on royal duty service, while Charles was contemplating the future of the planet and was attending hundreds of charity events, working with Save the Children or promoting equestrian sports. Her involvement in over 300 charities demonstrates a relentless work ethic. It also stresses her belief in contributing through direct on-the-ground efforts rather than overarching legacy projects. These divergent approaches have at times caused tension between the siblings. While both Anne and Charles are deeply committed to their roles within the monarchy, they have not always agreed on what their priorities should be. For Anne, the key to the monarchy's survival has always been service, simply getting the job done. For Charles, it's about legacy and shaping the monarchy to reflect modern values. In some ways, this has caused Annette to see her brother's approach as too idealistic, while sources close to Theplet say that Charles sees Anne's pragmatism as too short-sighted. Despite these differences, the two siblings have managed to coexist, each carving out their own role in the royal structure. They have been able to work together for the good of the monarchy, but as time has passed, these differences in vision have led to deeper divisions, especially with Charles now asking, "Now I know that you are eager to find out what Princess and said. That came as a shock even to William and Catherine, but we will get to that shortly. Just hear me out a couple of more minutes, because what I have to say is really important for this story." With King Charles now on the throne, these underlying tensions have come to the surface. Charles has long been seen as a monarch with a clear vision for the future, but Princess Anne's growing influence has reportedly unsettled the current dynamic within the family and has become more vocal about her ideas on how the monarchy should operate, and some of these ideas challenge Charles' wider vision. One of the major points of tension is financial reform and the streamlining of royal duties, areas where Princess Anne has been particularly vocal. As the world changes and the monarchy comes under increased scrutiny, Anne has suggested that the royal family should be leaner, focusing on core responsibilities and minimizing its financial burden on the public. Her approach is focused on maintaining the monarchy's relevance by prioritizing service over spectacle. This more streamlined model contrasts with King Charles's expansive vision, which includes maintaining multiple royal residences and engaging in high-profile projects that align with his personal passions. Charles's ambition to use his reign to promote causes close to his heart could be seen as at odds with Anne's more pragmatic, duty-focused vision. William, as the future king, is increasingly aligning with Anne's practical approach, and this has created an additional layer of complexity in the family dynamic as William and Anne work more closely together on modernizing the monarchy. Charles could feel isolated, which adds to the sense of instability and makes the entire royal saga even more complicated. At the heart of this relationship is a balance between family ties and royal duty. While Anne and Charles have always maintained a cordial relationship, the pressures of their respective roles have created inevitable friction. Anne's growing public influence and her support for reform within the monarchy have introduced new challenges. For King Charles, who is still finding his footing as monarch, the situation is further complicated by the fact that Anne has historically been seen as someone who avoids drama and prefers to stay out of the spotlight. Her increasing involvement in discussions about the monarchy's future, combined with her strong opinions, is a new development that has taken many by surprise. Some royal insiders suggest that Anne's bold stance could lead to a new power dynamic within the family, one where Charles is no longer the sole authority on matters of royal governance. This has undoubtedly led to tension, particularly now that Charles is king and Anne's influence is growing, notably with her nephew William duty above Alan. Recent years, a quiet but strong bond has developed between Princess and Anne. Prince William, while they may not have always been seen as particularly close, the two share an unwavering sense of duty to the crown which has drawn them together in a surprising alliance. Their mutual respect originates from their commitment to the monarchy's future, and as the challenges of modernizing the royal family intensify, their partnership has only grown stronger. Both Princess Anne and Prince William have long been recognized for their deep dedication to their royal duties, and often referred to as the hardest working royal, has set an example for decades by fulfilling more engagements than many younger royals. Her work ethic resonates deeply with William, who as the heir to the throne has made clear his desire to maintain the monarchy's relevance through service and responsibility. Though Anne and William may not have always been seen as a natural pair within the royal family, their shared focus on duty has fostered a growing sense of mutual respect. Both have consistently. William has long voiced his desire to reduce the number of working royals and focus on a core group that represents the monarchy in the most effective way. This approach aligns closely with Anne's own views, as she has consistently demonstrated her belief in the importance of service over spectacle by focusing on fewer, more dedicated members. Both Anne and William see an opportunity to create a leaner, more efficient monarchy that better reflects modern values. For some, this dynamic suggests that a transformation within the monarchy is inevitable, with Anne and William at the forefront of that change. Catherine's role. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has not only become a key figure in the royal family but has also reportedly earned the admiration and respect of Princess Anne. Despite Anne's reputation for being a traditional and sometimes stern member of the family, she has come to view Catherine as a reliable and grounded royal who knows how to handle her public duties. As I mentioned before, Princess Anne is known for her non-nonsense attitude, and it takes a lot to earn her respect. Catherine has done just that by consistently displaying grace under pressure and handling the demands of public life with remarkable composure. As a mother of three, with the future king, and a public figure, Catherine balances her roles without drawing unnecessary attention or drama, qualities that resonate with Anne's own approach to royal life. Unlike some other members of the royal family, she has managed to maintain a sense of normally while fulfilling her royal duties. She is seen as a steady presence, someone who can be relied upon to represent the monarchy with dignity and respect. Anne, who has spent her entire life in service to the crown, appreciates this sense of reliability and grace, traits that align closely with her own values. But the thing is that Catherine has played a crucial role in shaping Prince William's approach to his royal duties. As his wife and partner, she has supported his vision of a more modern and streamlined monarchy. Together they have worked to modernize their public image, emphasizing their roles as working royals dedicated to service rather than ceremony. This approach has earned them widespread public support, but it has also caught the attention of Princess Anne and has witnessed how Catherine has boosted William's confidence and strengthened his ability to go through the complexities of royal life. The modernization that William seeks, which includes reducing the number of working royals and focusing on a core group of dedicated family members, has been reinforced by Catherine's own dedication to the crown. Her influence on William's vision has not only modernized their public image but also brought a fresh perspective to the royal family. In many ways, Catherine has become a bridge between tradition and modernity within the royal family, representing the next generation while respecting the values of the past, and seems to be recognizing that Catherine's influence on William is helping to guide the Monarchy toward a more sustainable future, one that balances service and modernization. As princess and watches the next generation of royals step into their roles, she has grown to appreciate the way Catherine has shaped the public image of the royal family. Their relationship, while perhaps not as publicly discussed as Anne's bond with William, is built on a shared understanding of what it means to serve the crown with dedication and integrity. But what if there was something more? The future of the monarchy. What if what recently happened means that it's over? Princess Anne just broke her silence and shocked William and Catherine with her views on the future direction of the monarchy for the first time, and not only endorsed William's approach to handling family matters, including his plans for financial reforms and streamlining royal duties, but she also mentioned something that put the king in panic and is reported as having said that she always thought Charles should simply give up being a king altogether, as he never was cut for being one. Instead, he should have let William and Catherine take over. Princess Anne's public support has stunned the entire royal family, not only the two of them, but there was more. In our recent interview, she voiced her agreement with William's plans to modernize the monarchy, his approach, which focuses on cutting back on excess spending, reducing the number of working royals, and making the family more accountable to the public, aligns closely with Anne's long-held belief in putting duty above all else. Her decision to back William, especially on such a level, signals a significant shift in royal dynamics. Anne's influence, combined with William's